because she had blue eyes. That was the story. And the best way I can take the picture is just this. So what was at the back? Everything that is in the any location you meet yourself is props. This was mats, praying mats. I just brought the praying mat and I put it. I was doing the term run 20 to 75. Term runnings with my D800. That was what I used for this shirt. So when I was done taking the mother, I was like, the daughter come, I moved closer. I took the daughter. Never hesitate. Don't let go closer. Next time. Frame 1, white shots. Frame 2, close up. Now the note says it is important to note that waiting in documentary, like street photography now, is an art form. When you wait, it's a form of art. When you are waiting, like, we just want to get to the street and now, when we all started then, and we are going to the street, we used to take, like, let's say 2,000 photographs in just one walk. But when you now understand that even waiting is art, then you start creating creatively. This was the funeral of one of the big military nurse, and she died, and she was in the church. They brought her to the church. So what was interesting to me in this photograph was I was just seeing life in different perspectives. But we're going to talk about if we are gone to what you need to understand about street photography. You need to understand that the composite, what brings about street photography, includes your composition, the lights, you understand the way you frame your picture, of course, your composition, and also it's like as it's let me go to the environment now, because the previous one was documentary. The environment, the human behavior in every scene you meet yourself. So the first frame states that when they were praying, it was the end of the program. They were praying, and this just shows how life is. When a time comes in life, this is what will happen. People will just walk past. We all end up being a ghost. Honest, that's just what it's. That was just. So when you take wide shot at times, you find yourself in the street and you are taking wide shot. Always try to move closer. So the closer shot. So when let's say, and that's why I say you should know your camera. Let's say maybe I came to you and I'm saying, okay, I'm a Nikon shooter. So if I've collected Tosin's camera now, I'm used to it. Tosin, use Z9 now. Z9, or you change it. Z9. So I know Nikon very well. You understand? I would be able to create with that camera. But let me say, I now come to the and I'm now going to meet Fikayo to give me his Canon camera. And we have a problem. Because this and this was just few minutes. So for me to be able to change my setting to get this would have not been possible. Yes, I may end up getting it eventually, but that time, I may have missed a lot of moments. That's why you have to know your camera. Next slide. Remember these 4 key elements. It's very important. These are very important elements to remember. So I was in Benin Republic, and it was Port Novo, and I met this man. I said, when some person saw this photograph of a stranger I met on the streets of Port Novo, they asked him if he was lunatic. Guy, you snapped a madman. No, he's not. To me, I knew for sure that he's human. And with the photograph, I got to connect with the inner him and brought a smile to his face after. So on a normal day, you won't go to the street and go and photograph a madman. You'll be like, eh? But one thing you should understand as a documentary photo, as a street photographer, is that everybody you come across are humans. And that's where the respect comes in. They are humans. Anybody you come across as a street photographer, they are humans. And that's what brought about these 4 key elements. You have to understand this. Your subject, respect them. That's why I said your subject, respect. Environment, explore. Your camera, admire. And of course yourself, believe. These are key facts. When you have these 4, I feel even with these 4 elements, you're good. your subject, respect. So the only reason why the man gave me this pose is because, of course, and this spiritual, when you're respecting someone, if I get into this space and you're respecting me, there's a way I will feel it. You understand? So he gave me this pose, and after, you know what I did? I turned my camera and I showed him, and he smiled. Is this me? Environment explored. If I wasn't exploring the street of Port Novo, I wouldn't have met him. Your camera admire D800 2022, oh no, 2021, I think. D800. That's good camera with the 70-200, not even the latest 70-200. So I admired my camera, myself, believe. So don't let, you know, at times you are, if this person, the Adebayomi will tell you that you are good, is that you are good. There's some of my friends used to send me, Bayo, help me check this work. I will tell one of them, I told that one day, I said, guy, I said, share that work. The same way you have issues with, okay, let me share this work. Even me, myself, I have issues with, can I really share this work? But share that work. You have to believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You are the one creating that art, right? Believe in yourself. A time would come, you will outgrow that error, that mistake you used to make. So believe in yourself. So next. Remember, the world is your canvas and you are the artist. Your camera is your brush. Don't be scared to think outside the box when shooting. Try new things. They can end up being the masterpiece you've been waiting for. So these are skaters on the street of Port Novo. A normal person that has seen skaters, they want to take those skaters in focus. I was like, normal might be boring. Try new things. This was Obiaja. I was on a campaign and I saw this guy was just seated. What interested me was the colors of the chairs. And I documented it. Try new things. That masterpiece you're waiting for, it might end up being that masterpiece. Or if you don't try it, how would you not get that masterpiece? You won't. Next slide. Note, the story you're searching for is at your backyard. Always try to look inward. The more you search, the closer you get to that story. Sometimes what we do as humans, especially photographers, we just say, I have to leave Lagos to Kaduna to take that masterpiece. That masterpiece you're looking for is in Lagos. Or maybe we're in a class one day and someone said, they said, okay, photographers, documentary photographers, they should say what their problem are. And someone told me that the problem I have is that where I am, there's no story. They asked the person where I am. The person said, I'm in the lorry. So the person facilitating the class now smelled. Said, but you know that there's someone that started from Ilorin. Yes, I started from Ilorin. But you have to look inward. That story you're looking for is just, so she paints. And I just saw her on the street. I connected with her. I was like, okay, take me to your studio. And this is what we created in my studio. So don't look, I have to go to Abuja to create picture. Lagos, what have you created while you're in Lagos? Start your creating in Lagos. Start being creative from Lagos. When you now meet yourself in Abuja, yes, fine. If you end up not meeting yourself in Abuja, fine. But the good thing is that don't stop creating. Next. Make your subject comfortable with you to the extent that you become invisible in the scene. It allows you to connect more. This was a project I documented for NNPC in Austria, and this man was just standing. I was just somewhere. I took this picture. This was at Wida. The woman was looking at this voodoo people performing. I took a picture. You know, sometimes you make mistake. You want to go closer. At times, be invisible. Just be there. Just be there like you're not there. At times, be invisible. Next slide. Okay, people and culture. So people and culture. People are those that brings about loyalty, and humanity. That is 2020. That's my word. 2022. Culture brings about togetherness without any form of discrimination, and I'm going to break this down in just 2 frames. People and culture. Next. What do you remember me saying people brings about? No one is following this session. People, what forms people? Loyalty, and humanity. That's people. Oh, go back. I think they didn't say it. People and culture. People are those that brings about loyalty. That's loyalty, and humanity. Go there. Next. No. So this, can you see those people? So the humanity are those people behind that man. The loyalty is the Oba himself. And the loyalty, just the people sitting in front, is guards. That's people. So the components of this thing is what forms people. Then culture, it brings about form of togetherness without any form of discrimination. So why it dawned on me that okay, actually, we explain culture, we go and we document culture and everything. Like when you get to that setting, maybe biology festival, Ifa festival, Voodoo festival, this festival, you see everybody, they are dressed in a very good manner, nice attire. You don't know who is a billionaire, you don't know who is a millionaire, you don't know who is a thousandaire. So it brings about togetherness. That's culture without any form of discrimination. Next slide. So remember, every masterpiece you create is an extension of your existence. We've spoken about that. Every masterpiece. So I don't want you to start. So from now, every time you create, just see yourself creating a masterpiece. And every masterpiece you create is just an extension of your existence. And as I said, we are all going to live one day. Every picture we create, every image you have created over time is just an extension of our existence. So this former emir of Kano, Adebayomi, before the restated Sanusi, Olu of Wari, and also Oni of Ife. So never shoot to impress, but rather shoot to express. We make that mistake. So when you find yourself on the street, you understand, never shoot them because I want them to click like on my picture. If they click like, fine. If they don't like the work, fine. But always try that. Always make sure every time you're shooting, you are expressing yourself, not impressing anyone. Next slide. Respect colors. It's very important. Respect colors is very important. Don't go and don't take picture because I'm taking a photograph in Lagos and Lagos has yellow buses. I'm now increasing my saturation to 100. Respect colors. I want to see your red. I want to see your green. I want to see your brown. I want to see your blue. I want to see your white. Baba, don't turn white. Don't turn white to blue. You understand? Respect these colors. Don't turn green to lemon. Like these colors, respect it. Next slide. Don't over-edit. So these are important facts when it comes to documentary photography. Straight. Don't ever over-edit. And that's one mistake people make. So you can see the detailed at that end. You can see the blue, you can see the gold, you can see the silver, you can see the red. You understand? Don't over-edit and respect this color. The man that is just at the middle, you can see his white, you can see his brown staff, you can see his silver ring, you can see his silver wristwatch, you can see the black in his wristwatch. So don't over-edit. Don't over-edit. It's very important. And this lady, you can see a bag, you can see her skin. Come on. When I say respect colors, now understand that after you are done respecting colors, don't even try to avoid it. Just do the basic things. Next slide. Objectivity, reality, subjectivity, your thoughts. So my trip to Makoko, in popular called Venice of Africa, exposed me more to this thing. After which I came to the conclusion that Makoko isn't Venice of Africa, it's just slump in water. So don't ever, because you see people say, Makoko is Venice of Africa. Don't tell them to say, come. And that's what objectivity is talking about, reality. You are telling a story of a particular time. So when I did this story of Makoko, I went to Makoko, I took a picture, and on my post I wrote Venice of Africa. The reality is that in that same Makoko, I saw people bathing in that dirty water. In that Makoko, I went to a particular class and I saw over 100 pupils. In that, and they barely even had stationaries. So the very good thing for you as a street photographer, you have to be objective. Reality. See it that way. Say it that way. Don't. I don't go with your thoughts. This is reality. Because it helps. It helps bring solutions. This leposarium I told you I went, like, you'll be surprised when you see these people's condition, but nobody goes there. So if I had gone there and I say, okay, leposarium, the beauty of something, would you have gotten funds? Of course not. And while you're doing it, you're still not doing the poverty porno. You're still respecting these humans. You're having a conversation with them. You're telling them the essence of why you're doing what you're doing. Next slide. Perspective is key. Be patient enough to get the framing right from the camera. This was Kara. That's before you get to Beggar. This is Kara before you get to Beggar. So perspective. So this is, I want to get to photo shoot. Perspective is key. Be patient enough to get your frame right from your camera. It's very important. And what's interesting about the second frame? Yeah, the lines was also interesting. It wasn't even me myself. It was nice. Yeah, you have a sharp eye. There's a guy here. See that guy? Be patient. Don't rush. It's not your camera, so you don't need to rush. Even when people are rushing, and that's one thing I do when I'm shooting. Anywhere I meet myself, be it street, be it festivals, be it documentary on assignment, when people are rushing, one thing I hate so much, and I'm not guilty of it. I hate when I see photographers pushing themselves in events. About calm down. What you will create, you understand, that will stand out for you and pass you by. You don't need to punch me. So just calm down. Especially when it comes to street photo, just calm down. Let that person that is doing let him. You calm down. Be intentional. Just calm down. Be patient. Next slide. Okay. We're talking about street photography, right? And this is cool. So one thing you should understand as a street photographer is that you are, we say we are custodians of our time, right? Every place you meet yourself, there's a story to it. You are telling a story of a particular space, either by data, information you've heard of that place, or by experience. So when you are taking pictures, always have that in your head. What is your experience? Can someone guess where I took this picture from? I bet nobody can guess.
It's on the bridge.
On the bridge, okay.
On the bridge.
On the train.
I can't even put it bet. So I took this picture from a moving train. A very fast moving train. A very fast moving train. So, and that comes to you knowing your camera. If I collected someone's camera this day, I can't master this is a moving train, fast, like very fast one. I just wanted to experience Lagos train, and I jumped on the train. That's where and I was like, okay, I've always had it in my mind. I wanted to write about Lagos. And I said, Eko Lagos. Eko never did the same, meaning Lagos no go spoil. First, this Lagos, you've got to shine your eyes this screen. Does it mean the blind can't live in Lagos? I mean, everyone has their own piece of the cake from the city. I remember my experience was in 2022, and at first, it felt like a dream. Who engaged a stranger for like an hour just because they want to rub in? threatening to shoot him if he makes a sound, who forgets a phone password even without seeing any weapon. That was me. You understand? That was just me. So I was dropped a beggar, and these guys engaged me for an hour. They took my phone. They told me to press my password, and I forgot my password. So that was my experience of Lagos. So because of time, let's go. Next slide. So this was a cinema room, and I was about leaving this space when it was done on me. I'll buy a go back. I saw light and I saw an empty space. Then what did I write about it? I wrote emptiness. This too shall pass. So I wrote something. There was something that came. I said, it's one thing to see a great photograph. It's another thing to be bold and courageous enough to pull out your camera and capture that moment. My job as a photographer is to document what I see and share with the world. So I was done posting it. Then someone entered my DM. He said, oh, by the way, I have this. That was Instagram. He said, I want to share you something. He said, I am no longer really interested in this. It was on that person's page. I don't know the person personally, but she's one of the persons that follow me. On her page, I could see an engagement photo, boyfriend, like they are heading somewhere. He said, oh, there's this emptiness. It feels like nothing would be able to feel it. I don't know how to explain it. And I wrote about emptiness. But what made sense to her in that writing of emptiness was that this too shall pass. So no matter what you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, this too shall pass. So you should also understand that every photograph you take, you are not just sending a message to yourself, you are also sending a message to the world. Next slide. I'm not sure what made her smile. This was a street photograph in Benin. I'm not sure. She was smiling, but I'm not sure. So I'm not sure what made her smile. So, like, let people be able to relate with your work. And there was a whole story of, okay, why she smiled and everything, and, you know, next slide. This says, Savior to all. Sorry, I know my time has gone, but I will read this. Growing up in an African home, I was conditioned to envision the Savior as a white man with long hair and beard, wearing a white garment and the gladiator sandals. Film I watched, particularly the iconic Passion of Christ, reinforced this image of white Savior. I'm not sure that many reading this might be able to remember those nostalgic moments. However, this isn't my primary focus. A photograph I created last year. So growing up, I always had this memory of, okay, there was this person that used to wear this jalabia, this white garment, gladiator sandals, beards, and this long hair. I was in St. Paul Church in Benin City, and I saw this work with Black Jesus. And that comes to any time you find yourself in a particular space, just keep creating. As long as you're with your camera, even if you are with your phone, don't stop creating. It's a message. So this person said something, said, I have been holding back and trying not to make a comment on this post. But this, she sent a personal DM to me, but this has got to be my favorite story/picture yet. And I guess it's because I can relate. This is a wonderful work. Well done. So you check this girl that sent this to me. She's a Catholic. So she could relate. So it's you sending a message to the world. Every photograph you take, every photograph you make is a message to the world. Next slide. Remember the story we tell today becomes a history, a story our children live to read and study tomorrow. Every story. Yes. Every story, every image you take. This was only of if we had Olojo Festival. Every photograph you take. So take it serious. It's a photograph that your children, my children, will live to read and study tomorrow. And this, of course, Adebayomi. So next slide. Family is everything. So when you're taking pictures, right, always remember family. That's my family, this is my family, this is my family. Everything you look here is what forms who I am today. This is my immediate family, my mom, my dad, my two other siblings, we are 5 in the family. This Story Hunters community. In case you need help on documentary or street photography after this class, you can reach out to Story Hunters community. They make travel affordable for you. They explore culture and interesting community. So and this Taiwan, of course, in Golden Road community in Ilorin. That was 2018 or 2019 year ago. So family is everything. So no matter what you do, never forget home. Next time. So have fun while exploring the world. So sometimes we are taking pictures, we are so serious, and we don't want to have fun. So while you're exploring the world, sir, man, have fun. Just have fun. Go on, like do the most unusual thing. This one, we're going to that story. My partner, the story hunter, my partner is story hunter. This Shemadini, these two guys that were joining us for the first time, and just come on the trip with us. So we were stranded. The car we took couldn't go down the hill, and we saw this block truck, and they just said, "Hey, they can help us," and we just jumped behind it. So when you're having fun, so while exploring the world, don't forget to take good selfies. It's good. So if I'm not taking selfie here, that day, Tony are not taking selfie, we won't have this picture too. So this was in Taiwan. I just met this guy. This was around 2 a.m. and I met this guy. Oh, really? I'm in Nigeria. I'm a documentary photographer. Can I take your picture? So don't be scared to approach people. When you see when you go through my page and you see some of my pictures, they are more human relationship. So there's a way people tell street photo. For me, I want to approach. I want to know you. I want to converse with you. I want to connect with you. Next time. Yes. Death is constant. My question to all artists in this show today is, what do you want to be remembered for? We will die one day. So this picture, I love using this picture because this was Alakija. That's the popular Alakija that we know. This is the younger brother. So when the younger brother of Alakija died, so he had cancer, he was going to die and everything. Why I made simple, I saw it basket. I was taking my friend through. My friend took a very beautiful photograph on me. I said, "Okay, you can post it. Have you posted burial on your page before?" It's not about me posting burial, it's about the message I'm passing. So it's every message. I remember the sermon for this funeral is, "Where would your soul be?" When you go to my page, the caption I gave this particular photograph is, "Where would your soul be?" So that is constant. My question to all artists in this show today is, what do you want to remember for? So I think after this class, we just go back and just think of, what do I want to remember for? Next slide. So my fellow artists in the room today, always remember Hakuna Matata in Swahili, which means there's no troubles. In your creative endeavors, keep in mind that there are no troubles. Continue creating beautiful pieces and make every moment count. So this was at Ojujoba, and part of the detailed shot I was taking. I saw that woman, I saw that beautiful tattoo behind her back, and I was like, oh really? Hakuna Matata, which actually means no worry. But we see her face, she actually looks like someone that doesn't have any trouble. So always remember there's no trouble. Next time, and I say thank you. Any question? Just
2 or 3 maximum.
Yeah, it's even more better.
I think, sorry.
Yeah.
We're about to start now. I think I've had enough training to section. We came in and the energy we come in and the whole about the details and everything. Sometimes I feel like because I take pictures like go street so sometimes I feel like I have to communicate. Maybe someone was climbing the staircase and this girl was climbing the staircase. But sometimes I feel like I just don't want to communicate this girl is climbing the staircase. I want to say my journey to life. So you made me understand that okay, I'm not doing the wrong thing. So I'm feeling like right now I think I need to go and do more. Because sometimes I post a picture yesterday with the lady covered. I said, and I actually took my caption in my house. I said, Lord, open my eyes to see more. And it just, I could be able to connect with all you can. I don't follow you like that.
Yes.
But like this now, I need to go back to the page and go and clean myself very well because I feel like there is more to me. And beyond just your pictures, what your message is what people. Because there was a lady trying to talk to me about that kind of picture. It doesn't really look at this person picture, this person said this and that. And you can easily say that this was this person, this was what this person is saying.
Yeah.
And maybe this one will change. But like this, I find it hard to change because when my picture is not just you standing. I want to be able to communicate, tell a story about not just you, but something that to pass a message. But my pulpit is my camera.
Yeah.
So once I take the picture, I want to preach to you through the picture. And thank you so much for bringing us to this. Thank you.
And like you said, one thing I want you to know is that you're not doing anything wrong. And that lady that is talking you down, the only way you could prove her wrong is keep doing the work. So I think sometimes 2019, when I was doing, because I used to do more of community development projects, and a big person who probably would, if the person has spoken to most of the people in the industry, was like, okay, yeah, I think I need to go and drop my camera. And looked at me and said, Bayo, why do you take sad pictures? And you know, it made sense to her that she was saying I take sad pictures. But I knew who I was. Said don't you see this person's pictures? That was what she used. Don't you see this person's type of work? Now, why I know I don't take sad pictures, I don't just go to communities to take picture of a child that is hungry, which you even hardly see. I think one of the most humanitarian projects I've done, and I'm still doing, is the leprosy on Adebayomi. And I want to see those children actually become medical doctors. I want to see them become lawyers. And as long as I have that tool with me, I can change that narrative of how people are seeing them, the stigmatization and the neglection. Now, fast forward to just last 2 weeks, that same person entered my DM and the person said, I see how far you've come and I'm proud of you. Just imagine I dropped my camera when the person said I take sad pictures. So never let anybody talk you. But most important, I tell people when I share this story, most importantly, make sure you are doing what is right. Most importantly, make sure you are doing what is right. Like, be a good human first. Any other question? So we
Can I ask a question? Am I allowed?
Okay, sure.
Not really a question, it's just something that has inspired me listening to you. I think the idea of legacy is important, and I find that oftentimes we don't start to think about it until we're like 50, when we have less left than you know. And I feel like even like everybody here, including all of us that are not photographers, is something we should think about more. Like, unfortunately, the chase for money kind of clouds the idea of legacy. Because like I would talk today before I would think of what I leave behind, but I think you made a point about it several times that especially photography, you're behind the camera, so by default you can't tell your own story. But you have the blessing of telling somebody else's story. And I think it's really powerful, and I think if we can sometimes just put aside the chase for money and just carve out some particular points more in time in our schedule, like this is what I'm doing for legacy, I think it's going to be amazing, the results. That's just what I'm getting.
Honestly, what you said makes sense, because I was going to pay rent, and because I'm doing a project in Benin, and my project is finally come to an end, and I was like, oh, I can't pay here again, while I will be leaving Benin very soon. I'm leaving very soon, and I'll be leaving. So why am I paying a year? I just said, maybe I'll speak to this landlady and just pay like 6 months or probably a few months, and I just leave, because the project has finally ended. And I was just seated one day, and someone just messaged me and said, I saw one of your work, I want to buy it. The work paid my rent. He didn't just pay my rent, he did other things. I had extra change. Like, to be honest, okay, let me find the work the person bought. I have that picture on my page. I have that picture on my phone. So remember I was talking about leprosarium. So there was a picture I took at the leprosarium one day. And the man was cooking and was excited. He just took it. Okay, this was the picture the person bought. This is the picture the person bought. Because it passed a message. But do you know why it makes sense? It made sense because looking at what I've done in that community, you understand? It could be everybody just want to pay me back. looking at the fact that I wasn't hungry for the money, what I just wanted. And I used to tell people, there's always a sense of urgency. There's always a sense of urgency. When you have that at the back of your mind, that there's a sense of urgency. And what do you want to be remembered for? The only thing you can be remembered for is in that work that God has given you. He said, go forth into the world. He said, and multiply. The multiplication is through the work of your hands, not by just giving birth to children. So what do you really want to remember? And that's why that question is very crucial for everybody in this room today. Thank you, guys.
Come on, you can be more embarrassing. Thank you so much, Adebayomi. It was amazing, and I know that he has been everywhere. I know he just got into Lagos this morning or yesterday night, and he came with his 100. So I mean, please one more time. Can we?